Hey, what's up YouTube? Brian Fagioli here. And today I'm taking a look at a new Thunderbolt 3 dock from StarTech. This is called the Thunderbolt 3 Dual-4K docking station for laptops. This works for Windows and Mac machines, as well as potentially Linux machines. This offers power delivery, meaning that it will charge your laptop while connected. It has really cool features like an SD card reader, 6 USB 3.0 ports. This might be what I've been looking for as kind of like the holy grail of Thunderbolt 3 docking station. So as a MacBook Pro owner, I have just Thunderbolt 3 ports on my laptop, and I like to use my computer at home as a desktop where I connect my laptop to a monitor, a keyboard, a mouse, and this will allow me to do that with a single cable. So imagine one cable goes from my laptop to this StarTech dock. It will charge my laptop. It'll connect it to every one of my peripherals, USB, as well as even Ethernet. If you have a hardwired internet connection, you can use that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and just take a look at the box and do a quick unboxing. So, okay, on the front of the box here we see that the part number is TB3DOCK 2DPPD. So, Thunderbolt 3 dock 2DPPD. Interesting. The side of the box here. Look at the back. There's not too much here as far as information, so we're going to get that by unboxing this bad boy. So there's a little tab here. No, unfortunately, no need for my knife. No tape. We'll just go right into it. First thing is the dock itself on the top. And I'm just going to put that to the side for a moment, just so we can look at what else comes inside. So that part of the box is now empty. I'll put that to the side. Oh, wow. So it actually comes with some cool stuff. Yes, so this dock can do 4K to 2 monitors, but there's only one video port on the rear, which is a display port. So in the box, it comes with an optional, you don't have to use this if you don't want to, you can just use a display port cable, but also if you want to have a second display, you have a USB Type-C to display port cable here. So this will connect to the port in the back, and you can push 2 4K monitors, one with a display port and one with this cable. If you don't want to use a second monitor, you can of course use this USB Type-C port on the dock for something else. We also have in the box a Thunderbolt 3 cable, and this is what would connect your laptop, whether it's Windows or Mac. This would connect your laptop to the dock itself. Now we also have, interesting. So we have, it's a pretty hefty power brick. Is the box empty? Oh, there's a little booklet. I'm just going to put the box to the side. So we have here a power brick, which is pretty darn big actually. But again, this is not something you're going to travel with. This is going to go like on the floor of your office or on your desk and get plugged in. Then this will plug in to the dock's power box there, and this would plug into the wall. Okay, so that goes together. It's interesting. There's also another adapter in the box, another power cord, and I'm bad with this. I don't know if this is UK. This type of cord? Does it say on here? Well, it's not USA, but that's the second cable that comes in the box. You get your normal USA power cable here. This is also in the box. That's cool if you need that. But let's take a look at this booklet here. Okay. So we have, just tells you what the package contents are, the requirements, It tells you operating systems that will work with this. So it lists Windows 10, Windows 8 and 8.1, Mac OS 10.12 or higher. Now it does not list Linux, but I wouldn't be surprised if this would work running a Linux operating system on a laptop. It doesn't officially support it, but it should probably work. Probably. And we have some explanations of the ports, but I'm going to look at that in a moment. DP alt mode. DP alt mode is a specification that allows a DisplayPort video signal to transmit over USB-C. So that USB-C to DisplayPort cable is going to use this DP alt mode. Thunderbolt temperature. Due to high performance of Thunderbolt technology, Thunderbolt products sometimes generate more heat. Therefore, it's normal for the docking station to warm up when in use. So it's recommended that you don't place your laptop on the docking station itself. That's good advice. So it's okay if the docking station gets a little warm. And without further ado, let's take a look at the docking station. It has this plastic bag on it. Let's take that off. Now, as far as it getting warm, the top, I can tell you right now, is aluminum. So that will pull some heat up, which is good, pull away from the dock. But let's take a look at the dock itself and the different features. So on the front we have an SD card reader. Now that's huge for me because I record videos and pictures on my standard camera, and with the MacBook Pro there's no SD card slot, so I have to use some kind of a dongle. Now I have this here ready to go. Very, very cool. There's a USB Type A port on the front. Now it also has a little battery icon, so I think this will charge devices even when your computer is off. This can be used to like charge your iPhone or your Android device. We have a headset port on the front, which would be for microphone and headphone with a headset. That's cool. If you don't always have that plugged in, you have this port ready to go. And then you have an LED light on the front, which I'm going to guess glows green when it's powered on. I'll confirm that though when I actually try it out. But it's kind of a really nice design. You can see here there's like feet. It's really kind of cool. It's kind of hard to show. There you go. You can kind of see there's like a gap here. It's really, really nice design. They didn't have to put this extra aluminum part here. It probably could have just sat on its feet there. But it adds a really nice look, and I'm guessing it helps with cooling as well to have this aluminum all the way around it. On this side we can see there's some holes for cooling there, little venting. And the magic is on the back. So let's see what we have here. So we have 4 more USB Type A ports. That's really, really cool. We then have a USB Type C port here, another USB Type C port. This was USB 3.0. We have Ethernet. So if you have hardwired internet by your, where you're going to be using your workstation, you can plug into here, and your Mac or Windows machine doesn't have to be used over wireless. We then have a Thunderbolt 3 port for connecting Thunderbolt devices. And here we have another Thunderbolt port. Now actually this port here, let me see. Yeah, this port here I guess is meant to connect to the computer. So it's a Thunderbolt 3 port as well, but of course this is what's going to connect to your laptop. So this port here is going to be free, and you can use this port or I guess the USB Type-C port as well for the DisplayPort capabilities. But it's cool that you get a Thunderbolt 3 port as well. I don't know if you wanted to connect some kind of like a storage device that uses Thunderbolt 3, but that's pretty cool. And then we have this DisplayPort here, and this is what you're going to want to use to connect to your monitor primarily. DisplayPort is going to give you potentially better resolution than HDMI, so DisplayPort is preferable. If you have an HDMI monitor, you can get a DisplayPort to HDMI cable or a dongle that goes from male DisplayPort to like female HDMI. This way you can use an HDMI cable. I usually recommend cables over dongles if you can kind of cut out the middleman of where you have to connect things. And then lastly we have this DC in, we have the power connector. So this is going to plug into the wall. So imagine this plugs into the wall, now this one cable is going to connect to your laptop, and now it's going to charge your laptop, and it's going to give you access to all these things. So imagine you have here, I don't know, for instance, for me, I would have probably a keyboard, a mouse, a webcam, and is there anything else I might plug into Type A? Probably that's it. And then I have this Type-C port here that would plug like external storage. I could use either one of these ports. So like an external hard drive, I have one that uses Type-C, but if you have a Type-A external hard drive, you could use that there. And then if you're not using the other video out for a second monitor, you could use this as another Type-C port if you wanted to for USB. And for the front, I imagine, you know, like I said, the SD card I would just be using for photos and videos. This port I would probably use for like flash drives. So if for some reason I need to plug in a flash drive real quick, obviously I don't want to have to go around the back. Now my only complaint about docks like this is when I want to have speakers connected, I don't, you know, if you look at the rear, there's no audio output. So unfortunately with this one, there's no optical output, there's no 3.5 millimeter output. You can use the port on the front, but then you're kind of running a wire around to the back. So what you can do, most monitors nowadays will have audio out. So, you know, DisplayPort will carry audio. So what my recommendation would be to have this go to the monitor and hook up your speakers to your monitor. All right, that's probably your best bet. You could also use a USB DAC. So if you had a free Type-A port, you could use this, an inexpensive DAC if you wanted to add audio onto the rear. But probably the best bet would just be use your monitor. Use the audio out on your monitor, let the DisplayPort send the audio signal to your monitor, and let that then go to your speakers. So there you have it, folks. This might be the best Thunderbolt 3 dock I've seen thus far, and I'm really excited to use it. It's made by StarTech, which, you know, if you go to StarTech.com, if you're not familiar with them, if you go on Amazon, I think one of their tagline is hard to find, made easy. And how I usually come across StarTech is I'm looking for some kind of a cable that I can't find elsewhere, or a length of cable, or, you know, something like that, and bam, StarTech makes it on Amazon. And what's really cool about StarTech is just its products are very well made. They're solidly built products that will last you like forever. So, you know, you might pay a little bit more for something like this, but this is going to outperform some kind of no-name nonsense Thunderbolt 3 dock you see on Amazon. This is quality. You can tell by the build quality, the aluminum. It's really well designed. It's really, really nice. The only downside, like I said, is there's no audio output in the rear, but again, I don't even think that's necessary, only because monitors have audio out, and quite frankly, if you want even superior sound, you can use a USB DAC. Alright folks, so that's the StarTech newest Thunderbolt 3 docking station. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I'm more than happy to answer those questions for you. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.